how I teach them. I tell them you're gonna get a piece of burlap, a long piece of yarn, and a plastic needle. So this is the plastic needle we're gonna use, and if you look closely, you can see that there is an eye of your needle. An eye of your needle just means a little hole that you're gonna have to stick your yarn through. So we're gonna start by we're gonna put this to the side, and we're gonna get our needle and thread ready. So in order to get our needle and thread ready, we have to put this piece of thread through the needle, through one side. And so I'm going to teach you a trick, because this yarn is actually made up of a bunch of different threads. So it starts to fray at the ends. It's made up of about 4 pieces of thread. Once it starts to fray, it gets really aggravating to work with. So I'm going to teach you a trick. If you're using yarn, you're going to make a loop with your fingers. So you're going to make a loop that looks similar to that, and then hold it really tightly, and you're going to stick that part through your needle, the whole loop. Once you get most of it through, you're going to pull with your other finger, you pinch with your other finger and pull it, and the entire thing has gone through like this. So once you've got it gone through, then you've got one side done. One side is the short side, and then all the way on the other side of your thread, at the very end of your thread, we need to tie a knot. So I'm going to teach you how to tie a knot, but if you do not know how to tie a knot, there will be 3 other people at your table that can help you, because this part is extremely tricky. I always start off this lesson by explaining that this is a tricky lesson to start off with. But here's how you make a knot, okay? So you're going to take this thread and you're going to wrap it around 2 fingers like this. And then you're going to take this first one and flip it under and through, and then all you have to do is pull. Now you don't want to pull it too tight. You just want to pull it enough to kind of get snug there, okay? So now my needle and thread are ready. I've got one side of my needle poking through, and the other side has a beautiful little knot on the end, okay? So I'm ready to go. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take our burlap back, and to do these hearts, all of my kids started at the same spot. We start down here at the bottom. So we're gonna start by coming backwards. We're gonna go up through the back of your heart, and that's hard to do. You're gonna have to kind of poke around a little bit and find the spot you want to start off of and pull your needle. So this is how I explain it. We're gonna go ahead and pull this through, and what's a super important part is to pinch right here and then pull. And you're going to keep pulling and keep pulling and keep pulling until it stops. And it's going to get caught on something. What do we think it's getting caught on? It's getting caught on your knot that you did in the first part. That is why we came up from the bottom. That's why we did the whole backwards through the top. So now that we're through the top, we're going to continue to make a running stitch. And how you make a running stitch, this is how I'm going to explain it. You're going to do a long jump and then a short jump. So we're going to make a pattern: long jump, short jump, long jump, short jump. If your thread is on the top of your fabric, then you have to get it through the other side in a long jump. I'm going to pick a spot on here, and I'm going to do a long jump across the top. So I have to push my needle through here. So I explain this fabric kind of like a wall. You can't go around it, you can't go under it, you have to go through it. And this is really important. And I'm going to teach you, if you accidentally make a mistake, how to fix it. So let's just say we're going through, we picked a spot, we're going to push our needle through to the other side. And when it comes out the other side, you need to make sure that you pinch one more time. You pinch again. So we're going to pull and pull and pull and pull all the way through. Now the reason I tell you to pinch right here is because if you don't pinch right here, whenever you pull that thread, it's going to continue to pull until it completely comes out, and we don't want it to completely come out. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this back so that if you pinch it, it's not going to come out. It's going to stop right here. Okay, so make sure you pinch it every single time. So now that we've made it across, we have to come up to the bottom. Your fabric is now on the back side. If your fabric is on the back side, you will always do a short jump to the front side. So we did a long jump, okay? Now we're gonna go and we're gonna work on a short jump. Now I'm gonna stick my needle where I think it needs to go, and then I can kind of use my hand and my coordination. A short jump is simply a short distance between here and here. So we're gonna go ahead and pull all the way through until it stops. So I have no extra thread on this side. I just pulled it all the way, and you can see my little short jump. Now that I've done a short jump, my pattern is long jump, short jump. So what's next? A long jump. So I'm gonna go ahead and come all the way over here, and I'm going to do a long jump again, pinching on the back side and pulling all the way through until it stops. Once it stops, I will go to the opposite side. So now I'm on the bottom, and I have to do a short jump. All of your short jumps will be on the bottom. All of your long jumps will be on the top. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a short jump back to the top. It's gonna take me a couple tries to get it, but once I get it, I'm going to pull, and I'm gonna continue this saga for as long jump, short jump, long jump, short jump. So on the top side of your fabric, you should see long pieces. On the bottom side of your fabric, you should see little baby dots. And of course, you're not, okay? So let's pretend that we weren't paying attention, and let's say we accidentally, instead of going through our fabric, let's say we weren't paying attention, and by accident we went around it, okay? And we were like, oh, I have to make a short jump, let's go right here. But what happened was, instead of going through it, we went around it. So let's show you what happens when you do this by accident. As I'm pulling, you're gonna notice that my fabric starts to pull it together. And this is a problem, we can't have this. So what you do, it is super easy, it's not the end of the world. All you have to do is unspool your fabric, take it out, and then take out that last stitch that you just did. Once you take out this stitch, you're back to where you started off. So let's see, pull this out again, and you're back. All you have to do, I'm gonna show you one more time how to rethread this needle. All you have to do is make that loop on the end there, the loop that looks like this. Push that loop through your eye of your needle, and then pull carefully, and you're back in business, okay? Now let's say you wanted to make a really long jump. Now, it would be great to make a straight line. It would be super easy to make a stitch using a straight line, but this is actually curved. So instead of making a straight line and going straight, I'm going to, let's pretend we made our jump way too long and we jumped all the way over here. Remember, we're going through it, not around it, so I'm gonna push this through. I'm gonna pull all the way. Now, the problem is your string does not know that it needs to curve. All it knows is it needs to go in a straight line, and that's what it's gonna do. But this is not what we need. We need it to go all the way around. So this jump is entirely too long. So you'll notice that I've made some of these pretty long. As you go around your corner, you're gonna have to make them a little shorter so that they do the right thing. And again, if you make a mistake, all you have to do is unthread your needle, pull out the last thread that you worked on. Pull out the last thread that you worked on, rethread your needle, and then you're good to go. Rethread your needle, you're back in business. So I'm gonna go all the way around here so you guys can see. So I'm gonna go into a long jump. You've got a running stitch, you've got it all the way around like this, and then on the back side you see like the dots that go all the way around. Now I'm gonna get my other examples and show you guys what you can do once you're done with the inside. This could be all you want. Now this is a different type of thread. It's a couple of different colors, so it changes all the way around. I think I like this one better, but this one's still pretty. So that's one you could do. You could start adding your design on the inside. So now that you've gone around the edges, you can start doing the middle. So this one, I'll show you what the back looks like. It ends up kind of being a twister in the back. And I had to add another piece of thread back here. Or you could fill it in and just go back and forth until it's completely filled in. And this one, I used a couple different pieces of yarn. I think I ended up bringing this yarn right here. And this is what the back looks like. It's just back and forth over and over again, so it should still look similar to this. There's like never-ending things you could do. These are cool because the needle, it's easier to thread your needle through, and it holds it and it makes it really tight, so it's easy to poke holes through and find your threading, but it's not necessary, so we didn't need that. So yeah, this is, now it's your turn. You get to go back and design the inside, whether it looks like inside of a heart or this or even that. It's up to you. The rest is up to you. Thank you for watching.